give us a little information about your background and kind of what brought you to, where we are today with the homeschool products.
Okay. The idea for homeschool started even before my son was born. So we're talking about 2 years ago when I watched the documentary on Mr. Rogers. Now, I'm sure, I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm in my mid-40s, and I was a big fan of Mr. Rogers. Candace, you ever watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
Yes, I love Mr. Rogers.
Good. So I watch, Mr. Rod, for me, I'm from New York, so, it's Channel 13, which was PBS, and we watched Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, Electric Company, and 3-2-1 Contact. Those were all the big shows that I remember growing up on. And so in any case, there was this documentary on Mr. Rogers. Now, previous to watching this documentary, I always thought that Mr. Rogers was the host of the show. But through watching the documentary, it gave me a whole new appreciation and respect and regard for, Fred Rogers, who was a man who was on his way to seminary school, who started observing the tomfoolery, if you will, on television. And as he was on his way to seminary school and watching TV and seeing all the slapstick jokes and things of that nature, he began to be concerned about how the impact that television would have on the minds of young children and their development and growth. He felt it was important to use this tool known as television as a way to educate young children and help them, adapt to the world around them. And so in any case, for whatever reason, he felt TV was inappropriate at the time and he wanted to do something about it. So he actually is the producer, or was the producer, of the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood show, and ultimately was a big part of the reason why PBS got its funding back in that time. And so in any case, watching the show and listening to the man's intention for why he created the show really inspired me as an upcoming father. It made me think about today's time and what's on TV today, what's on social media today. And ultimately, I felt a kinship with Fred Rogers. You imagine that, a guy that owns Hustle University and Mr. Rogers, that's my brother right there, But like him, I felt that that's what kids needed. They needed an opportunity and space to be calm, still, quiet, think, reflect, and all those different things. So I wanted to create content in alignment with that. And because I didn't see anything out there, and I certainly didn't see anything out there that reflected people who look like me and you and, the people in my family. So, you guys know Hustle University, I don't wait for opportunity, I create it. And that's just literally what I did. So the creation of Hustle U Homeschool came out of that desire and need and void.
Wow.
Did I answer the question?
Will say, yes, you did. You definitely answered my question.
Right.
I will say that, kudos to you for having the forethought to kind of put that together. For me as a new mom who, I know nothing about education. Like, my mom was a teacher, but besides that, all this is new to me. So I guess I just thought that there would be something there, or something in place when I decided to take this journey with Olivia, but there was not. It was kind of difficult to locate this type of programming.